To the casual viewer, Dhurandhar presents itself as a standard, explosive cinematic event. It frames its narrative as a gritty tribute to unsung military figures and the life-or-death stakes of covert operations. The film tries to anchor this grit in actual history, specifically the violent underworld of Lyari Town in Karachi. It populates the screen with characters pulled from the rise of powerful real-world gangsters like Uzair Baloch. The script meticulously maps out the Karachi neighborhoods where these gang wars actually occurred, creating a setting that feels both authentic and historically grounded. But while the film breaks box office records, a deeper controversy is emerging. Critics are now challenging the movie's intent, suggesting that these cinematic high stakes are actually masking an unregulated political advertisement. This tension exists within a specific vacuum, created by the "inspired by real events" disclaimer. By utilizing this label, filmmakers can effectively sidestep journalistic accountability while handling sensitive, living history. Ultimately, that disclaimer serves as a legal loophole. It allows the production to rewrite the collective memory of an audience that personally lived through the very events depicted on screen. The first tool in this playbook is emotional priming. The film aims to prepare the audience's psyche long before it delivers its core political message. Opening sequences are often saturated with intense violence and aggressive religious slogans. These are designed to trigger immediate rage and fear, bypassing a viewer's critical thinking through high arousal emotions. This makes room for dog whistling, the use of specific terminology or subtle cues that signal a communal bias to certain segments of the audience, while remaining technically indirect. The film contrasts these scenes of early chaos against a fictionalized, strong leader persona, positioning a specific archetype as the only solution to the manufactured violence. By maintaining this state of high emotional arousal, the director ensures the audience is less likely to question the factual accuracy of the narrative. This leads to a structural trick, the fact-fiction sandwich. This technique involves placing a fabrication directly between two undeniable historical truths. Layer 1 utilizes undeniable news events, such as a major national election victory. By starting with a fact everyone knows, the film establishes a baseline of trust. Next is the fiction filling. The script inserts fabricated scenes where villains or intelligence officers explicitly praise the Prime Minister's effectiveness or directly blame previous governments for treason. Finally, the film integrates real-world footage of national tragedies, like the 26/11 attacks, to provide an emotional weight that lends legitimacy to the fictional conspiracy theories. Under this structure, the viewer's brain often accepts the fictional political motives as part of a historical record they already know to be true. This culminates in mass gaslighting, an attempt to overwrite the audience's own memories of a widely debated policy failure. The film justifies the 2016 currency ban, claiming a massive 60,000 crore fake currency plot from Pakistan to rig elections. But actual RBI data shows claims were exaggerated by thousands of percent. Only 43 crore was actually detected. While the film rebrands this era as a secret masterstroke, the lived reality was one of economic stagnation, hardship, and citizens losing their lives while waiting in lines for cash. The ultimate goal is to convince you that your own eyes and experiences were wrong, and that the cinematic version of events is the only truth that matters. Looking at the bigger picture, Dhurandhar is a blueprint for a new genre of political campaigning, one that operates entirely outside of traditional election laws. By hiding behind the labels of art and creative freedom, political messaging can bypass the debate and journalistic scrutiny that would normally meet such claims. This converts the cinema into a tool for mobilization, where theatergoers are effectively paying to participate in a high-budget political rally. When high-tier cinematography and music are weaponized this effectively, the impact ripples past the opening weekend box office numbers. The real victory lies in shifting how a viewer perceives reality and how they eventually cast their vote.